your host tonight. This dude is hilarious.
Yeah, yes.
He is off the hook. HU grad as well.
And without further ado, for those of you guys who already know, please show him some love, Mr. Kasaun Wilson.
Hey, how's everybody doing? Y'all all right? Y'all make some noise for yourselves for coming out here on a Sunday night. I appreciate y'all. Welcome to the, okay, that's low self-esteem. I said give it up for yourselves. That means you. Give it up for yourself. Hello? Thank you. If y'all can give it up for the Warrens one time, I didn't even notice. Oh, what's the secret? So the baby's name is Grace? I thought it was going to be like abstinence. Virginity. Like, hey, everybody, gave me virginity. She was going like this. No, don't touch me. I am worth the wait. I am 4. Don't touch me. I don't know what this is. That's just how a 4-year-old would be abstinent in the spirit realm. I don't know. It's good to be here. Y'all feeling? Y'all all right? Yeah. I want to make sure the energy is all right. Y'all all right? Be a little louder. Y'all all right? Yeah. All right, we're just gonna do it like old school in here. It's a little tight. You know, I'm the host, so it's just my job to make sure y'all all right. It's gonna be tight. This is it. If you gotta go to the bathroom, go while I'm on stage. Please, don't wait till the poets start talking about conviction and Jesus to get up and walk out. Because everybody will think they're talking about you. And it'll look like you were convicted and you didn't have a choice. So everybody good? Does anybody have any extra seats over there? Y'all good over there? No seats? Oh, okay. All right, cool. All right, well, hi. My name is Kasaun Wilson. For everybody out there, I'll be your host for the evening. Y'all just chill, relax. We're gonna have a good time. I don't know what's gonna happen tonight. I really don't. I had a program, but who knows? We're just gonna have a good time. All right? So tonight, we're gonna make a theme by the end of the night or something. We're just gonna have a good time. All right, I'll tell y'all a little about myself. We'll just talk a little bit. My name is Kasaun Wilson. I don't know if y'all can see my sweatshirt, but it says Generational Curse Breaker. People ask me where I got the shirt from. It's a t-shirt line that I started. Actually, Dr. Lindsay, this is the shirt I was talking about. She inspired me. Yeah. So, I want to tell y'all why I made the shirt, because I feel like it'll be a good way to start the night. Okay? This is why I made the shirt Generational Curse Breaker. I feel like, and all the artists up here, you can't be afraid to tell your testimony. Amen. Like, especially as young people, we can't be afraid anymore. Like, a lot of people feel like they gotta wait till they're 30 or 40 to be impactful for God or live right or whatever. It's people our age doing it. People who change the world are our age. You don't gotta be 50 or 60. You can, I mean, it's fine. But don't be 50 or 60. No, it's cool, but don't be afraid to, have an impact at the age that you are now, right? That's why I made the shirt Generational Curse Breaker, because it tells my whole story, all right? Here it is. I grew up without a dad, like a lot of other people, right? Just, my dad wasn't there. But my story could be the same as yours, might be different, who knows? Here it is. I grew up without a dad, but what makes my story a little different is that my dad was a pastor. Come on, chill. Don't make no noise. That's how church people do. I hope he ain't preaching no more. He is not favored. All right. I grew up without a father. He was a pastor of a church I grew up in, blah, 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 whatever, right? So it really hurt growing up without a dad. Like a lot of dudes, trying to act like, they ain't need a man in their life. Like, I don't need no man in my life. I ain't have my father. I don't want him now. And those are the same dudes, when they watch that episode of Fresh Prince of Bel-Air where one father come back. I had 14 great birthdays, bro. You need somebody to teach you the ropes. Like, I feel, all right, listen. You do what you see. That's all we are. You do whatever your examples are, that's what you do. Okay? Like, I have a little cousin, my big cousin Marcus had a little son. His name is Day Day. And whenever my cousin Marcus does stuff around the house, you see like, Day Day's like 3 years old. Like, he don't know what he's doing, but he's doing what he sees. Like, Marcus is working on cars, and you see like Day Day like he's not doing anything. He's just like working on the car. Or like Marcus would be driving, and he'd be like, shoom, 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 shoom. Like Marcus would be walking out of his, Stacey Adams dress shoes, and you see Day Day trying to like step in them, like they be too big, he be stepping like this in them. Because you do what you see. I grew up with a mother, a grandmother, 2 sisters, and 4 aunts in the house. I did what I saw. When you only have women in the house to look at, you can't help but do what you see. I got pictures with lipstick in my hand, like, I didn't know any better. That's what I saw every day. Whatever she listened to, I had to listen to. Like, I love songs I should never love. I'm around the house thinking like, I'm every woman. It's all in me. I'm around the house like, yeah. Anything you want to make you happy. This is how bad it got. It's a true story. Until I was 13, I wore my towel out the shower wrong. It's a true story. You do what you see. Nobody told me it needed to go around here. I used to come out the shower. I was 13 years old. Like. And then I put an extra towel because my hair needed to dry. I didn't know until I met my stepfather for the first time. I was just coming out of the shower and he just stared at me. I just couldn't believe it. He made me go in the bathroom and put it on the right way. That was the saddest day of my life. Because it was the first time I came out the shower with my chest exposed. I was like I was going to get baptized. I am uncomfortable. Every boy needs a man in his life. Everybody. Every single person. All right, so here's my story, right? So my dad was the pastor of my church, had me, but he and my mom weren't married, so he couldn't claim me to the public. So I was just, we would have our private stuff as a family, but in church, nobody could know who I was. This is a true story. When I was being dedicated to God, my dad did it, and while he was dedicating me, you can hear me going, Dad, Dad. And the rest of it, he literally just cups my mouth like. The true story. So here's why I made sure generational curse breaker. I'll skip the story. At 3 years old, my dad left. Never to be heard from again. Until I was 16. 16 years old, 13 years go by, not a peep, not a word, nothing, right? Finally I get a phone call, 16 years old, get a phone call, and my mom answers it. My mom's just gentle lady, Sunday school teacher, alto in the choir, sometimes a soprano if it's a Hezekiah Walker song. If you like the song, you can get up there. All right. So she gets a call, she gets really upset. And my mom's not like an upset kind of person. She's just really like, somebody be like, man, get out my face, I'll hurt you. She'll be like, peace be still. Like she's that churchy, you know what I'm saying? Like she'll quote scriptures for no reason. Blessed are the peacemakers. Like, girl. So 16 years old, she's getting upset. She makes a phone call and she comes in my room and acts real peaceful about it. Like, Kasaun, I need to talk to you. I'm like, what's going on, Mom? She's like, listen, your dad's on the phone. If you want to talk to him, that's cool. If you don't, let me know, and I'll get rid of him. That's what she said. I'll get rid of him. I said, whoa, this decision is serious. Okay. So I was like, I'll talk to him. Let's see what happens, right? So I answered the phone. I said, hello? And I just hear a deep voice. He says, hello, my baby. I was like, Ma, I think this phone call is for you. I've never gotten a call like this before. I don't think this is biblical. Okay. So I answer the phone, and he's like, listen, hi, Kasaun, how are you? I'm like, I'm good. How are you? He's like, I'm good. How was your day? And it made me really upset, because I ain't seen you in 13 years. You can't ask me how my day was. You gotta ask me how the whole... You can't... How was your day? What about the 16 years worth of days? You gotta start from somewhere. Hello? How was my day? September 21st. What are you doing? All right. So I go, listen, man, I want to ask you a question. And it's the same question that it seems like everybody I know without a father wants to know. Like, why were you not there? Where were you? Why didn't you, is it something, is it me or what? So I asked him a question. You know, 16, you think you know everything. I'm a man now. Well, I'm a man now. So I was like, why weren't you there? So he goes, listen, before I answer that question, I have a question to ask you. It's really important. It's the reason why I called. I was like, all right, bet. Let's hear it. He said, I went to the doctor a couple months ago, and I was diagnosed with kidney cancer. Now, you have a brother and sister that you don't know about, but neither one of them are blood type match for me. You're the only one who's eligible from my line to give me a kidney, and I was calling to see if you'd be wondering if you'd be willing to give me one of your kidneys. And everybody would like to believe that they would be spiritual and be like, you know what, Lord, you are a healer. I was like, no! I cannot support your deadbeat ways. Because let me tell you what, at first, I didn't even know you had 2 kidneys. I thought you only had 1. So I was like, I'm not going to die so you can continue your life like this. I'm not Jesus. I'm not dying for your sins. We need to talk about this. And then I found out I had 2 kidneys, and I was like, well, is there an agreement that if I need the kidney back, you have to, I need you to be legally obligated to give me my kidney back in the event that I need a kidney myself. It's mine. He said, just think about it, right? And then this is like the whole idea of forgiveness, right? Forgiveness is not when you feel fuzzy feelings. Sometimes forgiveness is an everyday process. Like, forgiveness is when you can literally not hold wrongdoing over a person. Forgiveness is when you can pray that God has mercy for them. Like, forgiveness is when you can pray that God prospers them. Forgiveness is when you can pray to get closer to God, even if they hurt you bad. Like, I learned that hard over a kidney. That was serious. But here's how smart God is. I called him back and said, yes, I'll do it. Turns out he went back to the doctor and was completely healed of the kidney cancer. Right? Okay, ain't nobody gonna clap for being healed. Y'all gonna all that he wasn't there, but they don't clap because he was healed. He doesn't deserve to be healed. I'm with you. Like, what? No. You're getting the wrong message here, people. That kidney was worth the wait. It was worth... But that was the way that God set it up for us to start communicating again, which is cool, right? But I hadn't made the Generational Curse Breaker t-shirt line yet. It's 3 years later, I'm 19, I'm at Howard University, HU in the building. Woo, 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 woo. Student loans? Okay. Sally Mae called me 5 minutes after the graduation. I didn't even get off the stage yet. I had 3 missed calls. I said, y'all are serious about this money. Okay. So I'm 19 years old, right? He moves back. I'm from New Jersey. I'm not from here. I came down here to go to Howard from Jersey City, New Jersey. Anybody else? I'm mad as an audience. Everyone was like, are we all together? No. I literally saw y'all look around like, are we all together? Unity. No. For 500, Bob. No. So he starts a church back home. in Jersey City, New Jersey, and I'm there for Thanksgiving. And he asked me if I want to help him move in, just he and I, because he never answered my question where he'd been. So he's like, all right, listen, if we move in, will give us a chance to bond, give us a chance to talk. I was like, yo, you're just trying to get some free labor out of me, but I respect it. I want my answer, right? I get there 4 o'clock in the afternoon. It takes us to 2 o'clock in the morning, moving boxes, moving couches, moving dressers, everything. As you can see, I don't work out on a regular basis. It was tough. That's not even a joke, that's the truth. So finally, 2 o'clock in the morning, we're exhausted. He falls out on the box, I fall out on the box. Like kind of like the distance of these mic stands. So I'm like, all right, listen, I came here for a reason. I came not like Denzel Washington glory tear. It's like I give myself away moving forward, like I'm not going with that. It's like that, is there one? And that person in the back of the aisle like, I am coming back to you. Like, oh. So he starts falling out crying. I wasn't expecting that. First of all, I'd never seen my dad cry before. This is just a weird experience. So I was like, why are you crying? That's why I made the church generational curse breaker, because he said, I said I would never do that to my children. And I was like, what do you mean? He said, this is what you don't know about me. I'm a pastor, whatever, but what you don't know is that my dad was a pastor who left me and my 4 brothers and sisters stranded when we were 5 years old. And I was like, whoa, that's what I had been learning about in church. Like, it was a generational thing. A lot of people have that, like alcohol, drugs, depression, mental illness. It was crazy. I was like, whoa, that's why it made me understand the power of my choice. Like, nobody wants to break somebody's heart. Nobody wants to break up a family. You just make a wrong choice, and your consequences go on their own. And it was there that I made the church generational curse breaker, because my grandfather was a pastor who left my father and his 4 brothers and sisters stranded when he was 5. And my father was a pastor who left me stranded when I was 3. So I made the church generational curse breaker because I decided I'm never going to be a pastor. God's will is going to be done in my life. It's funny seeing the 5 people like, oh, that's where he was going. That's good. Are you ready to have a good time? Yeah. All right, hold on. Wait, no. We gotta set the, who's smoking back here? Okay. Like a Belle Biv DeVoe video up here. She's draining me out of my mind. We gotta get back to dancing, y'all. We gotta get back to having a good time. They keep talking about obesity on the news. That's because all of our dances be like this. We gotta get back. We gotta get back to dancing. No, I'm joking. I'm joking.